Resource Bank of DeKalb, Illinois, launched an initiative to inspire resourceful and compassionate individuals dedicated to revitalizing the small towns of America. What follows is a glimpse of a few remarkable small-town champions that we hope will serve as a source of inspiration and guidance for anyone looking to have a positive impact in their community. Resource Bank is dedicated to inspire, renew, and enjoy small towns. Find their stories at inspirerenewandjoy.com.
I was out for a short run, spring or early summer of 2008, and I saw a sign on Village Hall that said, "Special meeting, subject with cash flow." So I knocked on the door and went in and talked to the clerk. She told me that they were broke. And I said, "How broke is broke?" She says, "Well, we can't make the payroll, and we can't pay utilities."
I knew that I loved our community. I knew I loved our downtown, but I never really understood why. Because it's always how it's always been. So you don't really stop and think about it till you go to another community and somebody points out that they're not thriving. And then you start to wonder, what are we doing that's different?
Team building and people saying, this is what can be done. We can save our town.
Well, not too long ago, most of the storefronts on the square and within 2 blocks really of our clock tower were empty.
We actually set it up in about a 4 or 5 day span. We had literally no notice when we knew the businesses were going to be able to reopen for outdoor dining. We just immediately kicked in and started doing that, and it just took off.
Everybody sees it, it kind of blends in. And one of the women said, "We should paint that, that would be cool."
I told them if we'd done something, we had to just kind of think outside the box and try to get people into KZ. So that's where the story began.
So we got the community involved. We went store to store with every business to see what they wanted, to see what the community wanted, and then we started to work.
And when you bring everyone together and you start putting together projects, really let the people use their passion to determine what they're going to do.
Let's just put one foot in front of the other. Let's do the next right thing.
So we started developing this program in 2017, and we built this with our community. We formed this program by meeting with every single superintendent and principal in our 6-county area. We held over 13 listening sessions that over 200 people attended.
We learned about the T-Mobile Hometown Grants for $50,000, which is just a small portion of this project, but it helped to kind of be catalyst to move things forward.
I proposed not only Vision 2020, but to finance it an elimination of our property tax, and in exchange for that, the trade-off was an increase of 0.75% of our sales tax.
Research has shown that if you have completed volunteerism in your youth, you're more likely to be connected to your community, to stay in your community.
In 2010, 2 years after we took office and after we were almost flat broke, we replaced the water system and the streets. And I think that went a long way to convincing would-be entrepreneurs to come to Three Oaks and to start a business.
We heard about a grant called the Rebuild Main Street and Downtown Illinois grants. So we were able to acquire all the property that is an empty block on Mill Street right now that was all destroyed from the 2004 tornado. Now that we owned everything, we figured we could do something with it.
We went to the Arts Commission initially because, first of all, they do a phenomenal job with, public art in public places. And we just started a conversation.
I started shopping around. I started talking to people, and I said, look, I've got this idea. I want to start a music series, and I'm looking for partners, and I ended up landing with the Galva Arts Council.
A group of individuals came together with the assistance of the Boone County Foundation Fund and Nebraska Community Foundation. The goal was to develop a sustainable early childhood education center to make daycare and early childhood education a priority in Boone County.
So we began this impact program that allows students to earn their tuition and fees here at Sauk Valley Community College without having to pay their tuition and fees. The impact program is an earned tuition program.
So we are now only one of 4 or 5 municipalities out of about 1,300 in the entire state that do not tax residents' property in order to perform our city services.
The first year, we were trying to tell everyone that we talked to raise funds that this was going to be a cool thing, and we didn't even know if it was going to be a cool thing, but we were hoping, and we were right.
Ultimately, that turned into, a $1.5 million project that honored the first farmers of the region. We did an international RFQ, request for qualifications, because it was COVID. And it wound up growing into something that was beyond our imagination.
So I'd say the first top thing we have accomplished here is being a residential developer. Most municipalities are not known for their residential subdivision development.
And to say you have 1,400 students that have done 53,000 hours of community service at over 200 nonprofits, these students are really making an impact.
We recently received a $600,000 OSLAD Open Space Land Acquisition and Development Grant from the Illinois Department of Natural Resources.
We started with a little abandoned stage that another nonprofit had and put some 2x4s and a tarp up, and then we've moved to this gorgeous stage that we have now.
All of this is made possible because of our TIF districts. I should put that caveat in there. Only because of our TIF districts are we allowed to offer these lots at such a deep discount as an incentive to get those families here in Diedrich.
We have 14 world's largest items that's in the Guinness Book, but only 12 of them hold the record now. 2 of them got beat, the knitting needle and the crochet hook.
We are definitely doing a lot more to bring people in, reaching out a lot further into bigger cities. Mineral Point's made it to the top 20 of small towns multiple times, so that's really helped our tourist count.
The traffic started flowing, and other people in the community started buying buildings and fixing it up and trying to open up shops.
So now there is a shared use path that you can get you from downtown Utica all the way to Starved Rock State Park.
For the third year in a row, we are above $1 billion, that's with a B, dollars worth of retail sales. This is all in a town of less than 17,000 people.
Right now, there's no building space to buy downtown. I mean, all the buildings fixed up, and it's just kind of made a new life for the small town Casey.
With the road project came beautification. We have a beautiful streetscape with it as well now.
And now there's not an empty door for blocks in either direction.
It's brought the community together. It's brought people from other towns into our community and brought them together with us, and it's just a really good cohesive event where everybody has a good time no matter what kind of music it is.
We succeeded because the community was with us.
The population of Galva is about 2,500. This year so far, our average attendance has been about 1,100.
It is like living in a Hallmark movie. It's very charming. People come and fall in love with Mineral Point.
I really wouldn't want to live anywhere else. This to me is a dream community. It's a place that my kids can go to school and they can walk around on the streets after school, and I'm comfortable with that.
Three Oaks is a great spot, and they like to come to Three Oaks because it's Mayberry. I used to call Three Oaks Mayberry, and I think that's a big draw.
I can still trust my kids to be able to ride downtown on their bikes, and I can trust that other adults have their best interests at heart.
There's nothing like your hometown, and there's nothing like Mercer County, and there's nothing like Aledo to me. I will never move. I will always live here.
It's just another way to show that, anything that you can do in a larger, more urban area, you can do right here in Mattoon, Illinois.
Always supporting each other in a positive way and always trying to move forward in positive ways and create things. Don't be afraid.
My advice to other towns would just be to start small. If you see change, you can start to be the one to make that happen.
And I think the key to everybody's success is you have to take the word can't out of your vocabulary.
If you can surround yourself with people that are as passionate as you are, who believe in the mission, whatever it may be, the sky is the limit. We find the path to yes.
The fact that we've grown over 40% in just 10 short years, have been able to turn our school enrollment around to where the school has had to add on to accommodate all of their incoming students. So we're pretty proud of what we've been able to accomplish.
Keep on coming to Galva, folks, because we're doing some special things here.